Alabama is known for its southern charm and warm hospitality. While many locales in the state exude an inviting atmosphere, some places face notable hurdles, earning them a reputation among the less desirable places to call home. In this video, let's discover the complexities that shape Alabama's list of the worst places to live. Number 10. Troy. Dubbed the seventh most precarious city in Alabama, the rise in violent crime in Troy by a staggering 25% raises eyebrows. A disconcerting 1 in 63 chance of falling victim to assault, rape, or murder paints a vivid picture of the challenges residents face daily. This alarming statistic stands as a stark reminder that, despite its undeniable charm, this city carries a burden that demands acknowledgement. With just under 19,000 residents, Troy punches well above its weight in crime statistics. The violent crime rate of 445 per 100,000 residents doubles the national average, casting a shadow over its otherwise quaint facade. Property crimes have also seen a worrying surge, registering at 2,105 per 100,000 residents. The city's struggle with criminal activity is a reality that cannot be ignored. Moving on to the economic situation. Among high school graduates, 37.2% are navigating life below the poverty line, highlighting the persistent financial hurdles faced by this group. The situation is even more dire for non-high school graduates, with a substantial 50.5% experiencing poverty, underscoring the broader socioeconomic challenges faced by those without a high school diploma. Number 9. Gadsden. With 36,300 residents, Gadsden presents a dynamic environment that mirrors the ebb and flow of Alabama's evolution. However, beneath the surface lies a concerning reality: crime rates that surpass national averages. The city grapples with 1,000 violent crimes per 100,000 people, a figure that stands 179% higher than the U.S. average. Property crimes, despite a diligent police presence, further underscore the complex safety dynamics, reaching 7,000 per 100,000 residents. Furthermore, Gadsden's economic landscape presents a mosaic of difficulties. It has an unemployment rate surpassing 8%, and a notable prevalence of vacant homes comprising over 1 in 5 residences. The median home value of $81,600 reflects challenges in the housing sector, accompanied by a strikingly low household income level. Additionally, the town faces economic headwinds in the realm of education, with schools allocating an average of a modest $8,500 per student annually. One of the defining aspects of Gadsden's present-day narrative is its high crime rate, casting shadows over the town's reputation. The prevalence of crime creates an environment where residents grapple with safety concerns, necessitating concerted efforts to address the root causes and enhance the overall well-being of the community. Number 8. Selma. Selma's vibrancy is a testament to its diverse and dynamic community. However, a closer look at its landscape reveals a sobering reality, as the city contends with a significant poverty rate of 29.4%, mirroring the economic struggles faced by a substantial portion of its residents. The magnitude of this issue becomes evident when considering that 5,005 individuals in Selma find themselves below the poverty line. The median household income of $29,656 serves as a poignant snapshot of the financial landscape for many households. This figure not only reflects the economic disparities within the city, but also underscores the challenges faced by families striving for stability. Moreover, Selma's crime figures show that the city's citizens continue to face difficulties. The city, which has 19,500 residents, suffers from a high crime rate, with 13.7 violent crime occurrences and 105.05 property crime episodes per 1,000 people. The city ranks third in the state for murders per capita and fourth for property crimes, collectively earning the fourth spot for overall crime. Number 7. Tarrant. Contrary to the town's small size, Tarrant's crime rate stands ridiculously high, 143% and 210% greater than the state and national average, respectively. These statistics translate into 511 violent crimes per 100,000 residents and 2,674 property crimes per 100,000 people, highlighting the significant impact of crime on the community. Besides that, Tarrant's economic landscape mirrors a gloomy reality, with an unemployment rate that contributes to an overall bleak outlook. The median household income of $29,380 is indicative of financial struggles faced by residents, and a disheartening 4.9% of families, along with 16.2% of the population. Living below the poverty line further amplifies the economic challenges. The housing landscape in Tarrant further reflects the economic struggles, with a median home value of $92,300. While home ownership is an essential aspect of stability, the relatively modest home values may indicate challenges in building and sustaining wealth for the residents of Tarrant. Number 6. Aniston. Aniston's residents are facing a multitude of challenges that have become increasingly difficult to bear. The low household incomes, averaging just $32,070, and the poverty rate, soaring at 30%, reflect the economic strain experienced by a significant portion of the population. Employment prospects have taken a substantial hit, with a whopping 10.9% decline in jobs over the past 5 years, contributing to a sense of financial instability and uncertainty for many residents. It doesn't stop there. Arguably, the most pressing concern is Aniston's unenviable title as the most dangerous city in the United States. The violent crime rate, standing at a daunting 3,434 incidents per 100,000 people, paints a distressing picture of safety concerns that loom large over the city. The cumulative impact of these challenges is evident in the sharp decline of Aniston's population over the past 5 years, plummeting by a significant 4.2%. Faced with a combination of economic hardship, rising crime rates, and the stigma associated with being labeled the most dangerous city, residents are voting with their feet, seeking solace and opportunity elsewhere. Number 5. Talladega. While racing enthusiasts might flock to Talladega for adrenaline-pumping events, the 15,782 residents there struggle with a less exhilarating reality: a weak economy. Despite the influx of cash generated by the speedway, the community faces economic challenges, holding the unenviable position of having the 4th lowest median income in the state. The figure stands at $31,795, highlighting the financial hurdles faced by the residents. The economic challenges extend to Talladega's job market, where the unemployment rate stands at 12%. Plus, the median home value in Talladega, averaging at $96,300, adds another layer to the difficulties of its residents. This figure places additional strain on individuals and families, making affordable housing a concern for those seeking stability in the city. Let's talk about the crime rates. They are notably higher than the United States average, painting a challenging landscape for its residents. The city's violent crime rate stands at 41.2, a stark contrast to the national average of 22.7. This means that individuals in Talladega are at a much higher risk of falling victim to violent crimes compared to those residing elsewhere in the country. Number 4. Bessemer. At the core of Bessemer's challenges lies an alarming poverty rate, hovering at an unsettling 30%. This economic strain reverberates through the community, creating a backdrop of financial uncertainty that residents confront in their daily lives. Bessemer's struggle extends beyond economic boundaries to encompass safety challenges. The city grapples with a violent crime rate almost 6 times the state average, with 2,986 incidents per 100,000 residents. This places Bessemer as the second highest in the nation for violent crime, emphasizing the critical need for comprehensive safety measures. Examining the economic landscape, Bessemer faces disparities reflected in a median home value of $84,000, positioning it within the bottom 10%. Meanwhile, the average annual home earnings fall far below the U.S. median, underscoring the financial hurdles that residents confront regularly. Number 3. Clanton. Over the past 12 years, Clanton has experienced a worrisome surge in both violent and property crimes. This disconcerting trend hints at a complex set of challenges that the city experiences. Clanton's violent crime rate exceeded the national average by a staggering 225,000.85%, sowing seeds of concern among residents. Similarly, its property crime rate surpassed the national average by 110,000.26%, emphasizing a heightened risk of property-related offenses. The economic situation of the city reflects a dichotomy that tempers its central location. 14.3% of its 8,715 residents find themselves below the poverty line. The median income in Clanton hovers at $48,051, a figure that speaks to the economic complexities faced by the community. While the median home value of $147,600 suggests some stability, the challenges in income and poverty rates highlight an underlying economic struggle that demands attention. Number 2, Pritchard. Pritchard comes with significant crime rates that underscore the urgency of community-wide initiatives. With a violent crime rate of 1,217 incidents per 100,000 inhabitants and a property crime rate of 4,302 per 100,000, residents are gripped with safety concerns that demand immediate attention. Plus, the median home value of $67,400 places Pritchard in the lowest 10% in the state, hindering its residents from accessing affordable housing. Moreover, the city witnesses a concerning employment trend, with a nearly 17% annual decrease, contrasting sharply with the 6.1% rise experienced nationally. In terms of median income, it is less than half of the U.S. median, standing at just $25,818, underscoring the economic disparities within the city. As a reflection of residents' dissatisfaction with the prevailing issues, Pritchard has experienced a notable population decline of 3.4% in the past 5 years alone. Number 1, Fairfield. With approximately 26% of the population living below the poverty line, Fairfield faces economic hurdles that impact the daily lives of its residents. The median income of $36,000 reflects the financial strain that many individuals and families endure, contributing to a complex web of social and economic difficulties. Compounding these challenges is the unsettling reality of crime rates in Fairfield, which is 219% higher than the Alabama average and a staggering 308% greater than the U.S. average. The recent figures, with 1,181 reported violent crimes and 880 property crimes, paint a vivid picture of the security concerns that residents contend with on a regular basis. The impact of these challenges extends into the realm of real estate, where the local market reflects the city's broader issues. Potential homeowners may find themselves hesitating, given that the average property price hovers around $96,000, less than half the cost one might expect elsewhere in the country. As we conclude our journey through the challenges and hardships faced by residents in some of Alabama's toughest places, it's essential to remember that every community has its unique story. Thank you for joining us on this eye-opening exploration, and see you in the next video.